So can you elaborate just on some of the things that you're gonna do that may not to step on any toes or anything that like that, but some that maybe the other politicians haven't been honing on and stuff like that. Can you just talk to us a little bit about that?
One of our biggest things is economics, bringing businesses into our district, seeing how the city then gave money to so many other businesses, but now how do we break that down for our community? We got 4 empty schools in our district. How do we renovate those for conscious community centers and doing stuff outside the school districts? We know they talk about the school district all the time. Oh no, they doing this, libraries. Guess what? Alex didn't have a library for 10 years. Nobody said a word. So these are the things in dealing with, and I say the difference between us and normal politicians, we not putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound.
Yeah, come on.
We are attacking the root solutions and the root problems of what's going on and how do we fix those. So we ain't just saying, oh man, it's a whole bunch of crime. We said, okay, it's a bunch of crime. Who's committing it? What age group are they? What do they need to see the opportunity in what we're doing? Dealing with a lot of the corporations. We know that Family Dollar, we got like, in our district, man, we got 15 Family Dollar trees.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Look,
come on, every corner.
None of them pay they just do when it comes to wages. They pay managers $11 an hour. You know how I know? Because we did a sample and I went and worked at the one on Cullen for 2 or 3 months.
Going on.
I was assistant manager. They paid me $11.90 an hour. And I still own the black store 3 blocks down.
Come on.
People used to be coming to the store confused, like, I know you from somewhere. I was like, I own the store down the street. They're like, what you doing here? I'm like, I'm learning. I'm learning, I'm watching, and I'm reporting on what we need to do. And I think so many of us, we see some of those things as beneath us when we really need to be learning from them.
That's smart though, man. It's like you're not, like I say, just talking about it. You actually got boots on the ground and let me do a study of this real quick and research this. Let me actually get in there and see what's, you know what I'm saying, instead of speculating it or.
I ain't gotta speculate.
I
was a manager for
come
a couple
on, man.
months.
So you seen it firsthand and know what's happening.
We talk about the violence at these places. You know, none of these places have no security guards.
Yeah.
So they rather let people they did the case analysis of hiring a real security person versus just letting people steal.
Yeah.
And they rather just let people steal rather than hire a person because it's beneficial on their money side.
That is amazing. That's kind of like, I don't know, this is really off the whole record, but it kind of off the subject, but it kind of makes me think about how they say the shake machine at McDonald's always breaks down. And that's the only one that so-called always breaks down at McDonald's. And the reason why they allow that to happen or put the faulty machines in McDonald's because they make more money doing the repairs on the machines.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
They ain't think about that.
And I thought that was pretty deep. I'm like, man, I wonder why they always, I shake machine down, but they make more money on the back end by repairing those machines.
You're right. I'm gonna take it a step further for you. Let's just say, you know, the number one car stolen are like F-150s, you know, Chevys, 1500s, all this type of stuff. Let's just say somebody just stole your brand new truck and then insurance paid. What you gonna go do?
Shoot, go buy you another vehicle.
Exactly. So guess what? Now that's the number one truck stolen. You know, our police people have already said that they think these car dealership people are giving these key codes to thieves so they can steal
going on. That's deep. I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Because think about that. Think about it. You can own the car dealership. You can own the insurance company. You can do it all around. And look, ain't no money out your pocket when you steal it.
Right.
And guess what? When you pay it off, guess what they gonna go do? Buy another one.
Come on, man. Everybody in cahoots with each other. The money that's circulating within that, man, that's super crazy. Now that's true though. Like when I found out that like the what they call it, the heart disease associations and you know the cancer associations, they be in cahoots with the meat companies. And stuff like that, and know that the food gives you these type of diseases, but they get kickbacks off of it. So it's like, and I was like, man, that's crazy. And like I say, own the pharmaceutical companies and all that, and it just goes down the whole
rabbit hole.
It's deep.
You know, they talk about out here, they talk about the cancer cluster in Fifth Ward all the time. At the same time, this same company, that created this whole cancer cluster in Fifth Ward. And my aunt even got cancer from it and passed away already, one of my mom's sisters.
Yeah.
Every elected politician that was railing against it or railing against it now, this company maxed out their contributions to the people, to these politicians.
What?
Maxed out all their contributions.
That's crazy.
So at the same time, they'll be talking about, we ain't gonna stand for this. Man, go look at your campaign finances.
Yeah.
These companies
Straight
maxed
up.
out, gave you as much as they could.
Come on.
So it just
That's
be a
crazy.
hypocrisy. We don't look at it, and people don't tell you during COVID time, the city even tried to buy, the housing authority tried to buy $100 million of more infected land to build new housing on.
Come on.
They stopped it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, somebody had already got paid $400,000 just for the sale of the land to a personal person.
Yeah.
Which is somebody that the city chose.
Right.
One of they friends.
Right.
And that's $400,000 down the drain.
Come on, man.
What could people in our communities do with 400 G's?
Come on, man.
So we give
lot.
away money like
Yeah.
a mug. And I'm gonna tell you this, a stat that's gonna blow your mind. Think about it. We got we got a black mayor, more black city council than the city of Houston ever had. Got your Sheila Jackson Lees, your Al Green,
Yeah.
your Alma Allens.
Yeah.
What percentage of black businesses you think get contracts with the city of Houston? What you think? If you had to just put a percentage on it.
Say about 16%.
16%?
Yeah.
Try 0.5%.
What?
And we paid somebody else, Rodney Ellis paid somebody else $700,000 to
Come
tell us
on.
that. Matter of fact, Mayor Turner and them had another $1.2 million study that you'll never see the results from because they said they didn't like the methodology used.
That's crazy. They swept it under the rug. We're great. Don't worry about that. That ain't nothing. How about them Rockets?
You're right. How about this what we gonna think about doing for y'all? So
That's
I
crazy.
tell people all
Wow,
the time,
that's
just a
crazy.
black face up there don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah. Man, so just considering all that, man, like what do you feel that you've learned like that was like an aha moment for you since you've been, studying and on the road, to be a politician and change the community and stuff? Like what was like a main thing that you said, man, I got to make sure I...
To be honest, man, the lack thereof engagement from our people. You know what I'm saying? The lack thereof, not only engagement, but interest in it. And like you say, we get it sometimes, we just don't know. But man, when you start telling people some of these stats, like I just told you, they be like, oh,
that's
shoot.
mind-blowing,
Mind blowing that we can have all these black people and be 0.5%.
Come on.
And I think just seeing that was the most thing, you think that you could get more people involved and stuff like that. And I say this all the time, not as a detriment, but just our mindset as people are different. We had that beauty supply store for 3 years.
Yeah.
You got people talking about it still to this day. Oh man, the impact. My mom, the oldest of 5 sisters, she the oldest of 9. 5 sisters, they got daughters. Daughters got daughters. None of them had ever been to the store. In 3 years, never stepped foot in that mug.
Yeah.
But it's because of a mindset
Yeah,
that we
right,
have.
right.
Rather than, I don't think it was jealousy or nothing like
Right.
that, but it's just a mindset that we don't have. We don't know the real importance
Right.
of what people are doing.
Right.
And just the lack thereof support that you get just because of the lack thereof understanding.
And it's getting more people involved.
What?
And actually, like you say, being out there, shaking hands and actually talking to people and trying to make a difference out there. And putting yourself, like you say, in their shoes. Like you say, you work for Family Dollar, like putting yourself in their shoes and seeing like what they really going through and seeing how you can make a
For sure.
change.
And I realized
awesome.
that nobody, in working at that Family Dollar, I can say maybe 5 to 10% of the people actually had bank accounts that came to Family Dollar and shop. Most people, none of them had bank accounts, but all of them had EBT cards. None of them had a debit card. And that started making me realize that Family Dollar, all these people, they charge us more for not having those things.
Yeah.
If you don't have a debit card and you want to catch an Uber, guess what? You got to go to Family Dollar and buy an Uber card.
Yeah.
Scratch
I didn't
that
even
bad
know
boy
they
off.
had those,
Put that up.
man.
Bro,
I
they
didn't
got
even know they had
cash out
those.
stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
That you got to pay an extra $1 just to put cash on your
You
cash
right though.
out.
My partner did tell me something about the cash app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But guess what? They got a big booklet of just nothing but services for people that don't have debit cards or credit cards. So and it tax you more, so you almost getting taxed more for being poor.
Yeah, right. Come on, man. And that's how it always is, man. Like they say, even being an employee, you get taxed the most. You know what I'm saying, opposed to a business owner or something like that.
For sure.
Yeah, man, that's pretty interesting, man. Hey, if y'all did not know, man, we are still in the building, man, with Entrepreneur and politician, soon to be city councilman of District D, Lloyd Ford in the building right now, man. Before we get up out, man, I like to just ask everybody this question, man. Just considering everything you learned, man, you've grown as a man, grown as a businessman. Like, what would you? And then I that kind of gets ties into the time is now. But what would you tell a younger Lloyd Ford?
Man, how young? 'Cause, I got different message for different stages.
I got whichever one.
So if I could go back, I would go back and take more advantage of my college years. I realized that, to be honest, I would have told myself to quit college football sooner, and really deal with a lot of considerations, because it's
Don't run it back what you said about the college football?
I got a football scholarship. I played football in college.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
So I would have stopped that way sooner than what I did. I dedicated way too much time to sports.
Yeah.
And I knew I didn't want to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that dedication, and I didn't have that desire. But you stick with it because that's what people do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
you
the
go to school,
comfortability.
play
It's
football.
comfortable. I've been doing it, so
competition. I'm going to outwork everybody. I'm gonna get on these weights. But I would have stopped that sooner, and I would have started my influence of community and mindsets in college. Because ain't no other point in time was I around more black people and more influential minds than I was when I was at Prairie View. Around me every day. And instead of going to get a certification, instead of being a part of student government and learning the different apparatuses and between companies, I was like, my Madden game is up.
Yeah, come on, man.
Madden.
Come on, man. Boys, think about mine. Wrong thing.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I really could have used that time and effort when I was at the campus to really be way more influential. And it's amazing how many people that see me now and be like, man, I'm proud of what you're doing, man. I remember we in college, and I tell people all the time, look, college don't mean nothing. I was parties, shoot. I had my shirt off in the line before we even got in the party.
Come on.
So trust me, tattoos and stuff. I never been suspended from school, never been to jail or nothing like that. But I let people know, like, you can still go have that fun and still be about substance.
Absolutely.
And I realized I didn't have no substance at the time. And people tell me sometimes, like, man, I remember when we used to talk about stuff all the time. I'm like, man, we must have didn't talk about nothing important because I ain't had nothing to really tell you.
Yeah.
So we must have been talking about bull.
Small talking.
If I had a message to myself, it'll be paying attention to more important stuff when you at your real most impactful time and around black people. And it could have been then.
I like that, man. Cause I feel I be going through that, my up and downs and stuff like that. A lot of times too, like it was a saying I can't never remember, but I think it was Muhammad Ali. He said basically a person that thinks the same at 50 as he did at 20, that lost 30.
You thought it was 30 years.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think the same as I did 5 years ago.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. And how long have you been on the journey? Just I guess maybe for the city councilman in particular.
I would put it like this: my whole mindset of all this changed at the drop of a hat when I was 27. I can't tell you why. I seen something, but I operate big off the you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
And once
was
I
it something
seen
in particular you seen or the experience that you had?
To be honest, it was a little bit of Trump getting elected. It was like life circumstance.
A combination of things.
It was like Trump getting elected. You think like, man, all this country going in the right direction to a certain degree.
Right.
Like, I don't think we going that far back.
Right.
And then he won. Then, I was getting a corporate job. I had a job. It's funny you say that. I worked for McKesson Specialty Health. They the reason of all the opioid so-called crisis stuff. And I was working for them. They had just bought up all of Texas Oncology, all the cancer centers. And so, I get in there, I'm corporate, got my degree, and I'm working hard. Matter of fact, I'm taking so many other trainings. I say I'm beating my competition before they even know it's a competition. So this job literally promoted me in the first week that I was there. The first week, first month that I was there. And they was like, man, you know this, but they didn't want to pay me. They still wanted to pay me level 1, and I'm at level 3.
Yeah.
So I didn't complain. I'm not a complainer. I went and applied for another job on the same floor on the other side, but paid more money.
Yeah.
I got it. So I told him, hey, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. You seen some of me. I ain't seen myself. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the other job.
Straight up.
They called me and told me it set the wrong premise that you quit a lower paying job and come back and get a higher paying job, so we can't hire you.
What?
And I said, I would be a fool to leave my fate in these people's hands.
That is so crazy. Damn, and that's true though, man. That's true. Like you really have to take control of your life, really.
Yeah.
Your finances and stuff like that, cause stuff can just happen at the drop. Yeah, and you be destitute, be like, damn, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
So I had just got married, you know, all this other stuff going on, and it just wasn't adding up. And me, like I say, I started operating if I know better, do better.
Yeah.
So I immediately, even though I was still working other jobs, I was immediately working on my exit plan.
For sure.
Which was creative group economics, which was the black store.
Yeah.
And you know, again, I stopped working a regular job in 2017. The black store wasn't birthed until 2020. So I wrote books. We wrote books. I got my Our Black Agenda, Guide to Black Power.
Yeah.
I got Revealing the White Lie, Faith versus Fact.
Yeah.
You know, these are books that illustrations and stuff that we didn't wrote. I got my real estate license. We started our little free website program and business. So it just took steps, and all those steps brought me to the beauty supply industry and the things we did into where we are today.
Gotcha.
So I tell people it don't always happen overnight, but what it is, it was a gradual progression.
For sure.
And things that needed to help me and help my family and help our community. So,
yeah.
And it wouldn't leave in my fate in corporate hands.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah, you so right about that. It's so true, man. You definitely have to take control of your life, because like say, they can just say, oh, something happened with the transactions at the bank. We ain't gonna be able to pay you this week. It's like,
I ain't gonna
what?
I ain't gonna lie, what it was is when they started asking me, when I realized they didn't want to pay me, you know, it started clicking in my mind, like, you know, I'm not a complainer. I'm just gonna do what it takes to get to the next level.
Right.
And I realized that it was already levers set in place that was trying to impede me from even doing that. So I'm like, man, how do I think out of this? And I also think about that for other people that see the hypocrisy in sometimes some 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And that's why people like, man, you gotta tell people, stop selling drugs, stop scamming. I'm like, how do you tell somebody stop making 20 grand a month,
right,
and go work for
what solution do you have for them? It's like, do you have a solution for them where they can make that and possibly more? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You have to have that to go behind, you know, tell them to stop doing this, but what are you going to, you know what I'm saying?
What do you do to
supplement what the,
And so that's what we doing. That's what we here to do, build the opportunity so we can tell you this is what it is. This is what we want you to do. This is our alternative to what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But if we ain't giving our people an alternative, then we ain't happening.
That's right.
If we ain't trying to back up what we saying with power,
right,
then our word and our stuff ain't gonna be
That's
heard.
it. Because it's all about the action, man.
For sure.
You got to put in the action. So, is there anything that we may have left out, man, that you want to make sure you let the people know?
Man, my biggest thing is just everybody getting involved. And it don't have to be involved in what we doing. Be involved and be strong in your own community. Know who your super neighborhoods are. Know who your civic clubs are. Know who your city council person is. Know who the people that's moving and shaking your neighborhoods. And people, that's how I tell people, that's how you help me.
Yeah.
They say, how can we aid in what you already doing? Be strong where you at. Be knowledgeable where you are.
Yeah.
And that's going to help us be strong. When we come to you and we come and move into your area, we ain't got to go rediscover all this information and start from the ground up.
Yeah.
We already got an advocate that been involved. And guess what? We going to aid you.
Yeah.
So I think is to bring that, we realize not enough people are strong where they at or know that information.
So are people, because I know probably a lot of times too, people may not think that they can touch certain politicians or, you know, or think they can even, you know, be able to ask them any questions or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is it you have any contact info or anything? I mean, any way that people could reach out to you if they have any questions or anything like that?
Please reach out to me. My number is 832-226-6033. And that ain't no Google number. That is my phone number.
Like that.
Matter of fact, I put my number on the city stuff. And when people call me, they be like, oh, I'm calling to speak to the candidate Lloyd Ford. I'm like, this me? They be like, oh, we not used to getting a real person.
Right.
And I tell
you a
people,
reception pass you to this person, to this person, to this person.
Nah.
Oh, you ain't gonna be able to get them today. They busy. They
You ain't speaking to no representative. And guess what? If I don't answer, shoot me a text message so I know you are, because I may just miss your call. I get like 30 random calls a day and it don't be nothing but bots and stuff.
Right,
so
right.
Definitely leave me a message. Let me know you're a real person. Send me a text message. I promise you I'm going to answer. And because we want to be so accessible, and one of the most powerful things that we going to have and do in our district is one thing, where do you think the city council offices are? Have you ever heard of where they are? Where the city councilman person's office is?
Nah, I mean, if at the top of my dome, I probably would think they'll be downtown somewhere.
Exactly. We gonna have a city council office that's gonna be right in the middle of the district. 'Cause we want people to be so accessible and get to us.
Yeah.
And guess what? We just want to spread that word. We don't never want to show people, and that's why one of the most powerful things of my campaign is the sections is called empowering the people.
Yeah.
Because we believe in through that power that we can discover and show you that you have is gonna give us more power as a people. So
That's right. That's right. And the more feedback that you get from the people too, that gives you, ammo or whatever to be able to fight with.
Exactly.
In a sense. Yeah.
See, but when we don't know the information, it's hard for us to fight against different stuff and going on. But when we know we got the regular person that's being engaged and knowing what we do, we're going to have city council meetings at nighttime outside of the city council meetings. Anybody know the city council meetings now on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to that.
Right.
Most people at work.
Right.
So we're going to have something where people can be proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
That's what we here to do.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you taking out your
problem,
time,
bro.
man.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got any, I know I kind of do this for the artists, but do you have any shout outs, anything you want to put out there?
Look, shout out to my team, shout out to my wife, shout out to my team, brother Tamani, brother Randy, Shelby. Shout out to everybody that's been giving their time to our campaigns. One thing we could say, we've had close to over 100 people giving their time to our campaign,
Sure.
free of charge. So we appreciate all the people that believe in our mission, believe in what we do in a just righteous way and what we operating.
Yeah.
And we hope that we can continue and expand that into people and how we can help you show opportunity in your neighborhood. So
Man, that's awesome.
We
That's
here.
awesome, man. I'm looking forward to myself, man. I think I'm gonna go and vote this year, man. Because I had my stuff going on in my mind. Be like, man, I ain't voting, man. It ain't gonna make no difference anyway. But it really does. I actually had a friend of mine that told me that as well, and they was like, man, you even if it's not about the presidents or all that, at least vote for the people within your community. You know what I'm saying? That can help. Yeah.
You right. And let me say this too. We tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, the president stuff is good, but we all about the local elections.
That's it.
And if you want to show and learn more about what we doing, you can go on Amazon and get our book. It's called Our Black Agenda, A Guide to Black Power, Volume 1. And not only do we show the problems and solutions to these things like economics, health and development, community engagement in our community. We also, in the back of the book, we have the roles and responsibilities of every local official.
Yeah.
So you know what they job is and what they supposed to be doing.
Wow.
So you can really
Man,
hold them
I'm gonna have to
accountable.
look into that myself.
Oh yeah, I got one for you after this.
Man, awesome, man. Appreciate you. Man, appreciate you, man. And I'm gonna have to come down there to one of your meetings that you have. You have monthly as well. Your monthly
Like
meetings.
I say, the one is tomorrow at Shape Community Center on Live Oak.
Okay,
7 to 8.
Yeah.
We start on time, we leave on time. It ain't no long, big meeting, but we show what we're doing, how we're doing it, how you get involved, some of the solutions to what we're doing.
And it's every first Monday.
Second Monday.
in
Every
the
second
month.
Monday
Okay.
of the month.
Yeah.
Rain, sleet, or snow.
Man, that's what's happening, man. One more time, man. I know
My
we said
brother.
it, man, but I appreciate you taking out your time, man. Hey, Lloyd Ford, man, politician and entrepreneur, man. He put all the information out there, man. So y'all go do y'all due diligence. And man, we signing out from the #1 spot. If you ain't at the #1 spot, you're #2. And nobody remembers #2. Remember that, baby. And we out of here. Yeah.